I'm Dick Strawbridge, and along with my wife Angel and our 2 children... Great! We've lived in this magnificent chateau in France for the last 4 years.
1, 2, 3!
We are renovating it as our home...
Right, so canapes.
...and our business.
2, 3, up!
And it seems we're not the only Brits who've followed their dream and have bought a chateau to call home.
Absolutely stunning. It's beautiful.
So Angel and I are back guiding a new batch of adventurous owners.
I know it's going to look lovely.
That's bordering on ridiculous.
And catching up with some old friends. As they battle to rescue their homes.
Stick it in the hall, and let's just see how far we can go.
And try to make them pay their way.
Well, this has all gone wrong, because 5 was originally there. Pardon.
And we'll reveal more about our own chateau experience.
It's a balance, and finding that balance is really, really hard.
There'll be highs.
That's it! Yeah!
And lows.
Oh, these stairs will be the death of me, I think.
But however hard the going gets, for these plucky Brits, nothing beats life in their very own castle. Today,
Take your throne, Your Highness.
Angel's dad takes the reins on a new project.
I'm far away.
I know, I'm trying to work that out yet. Hang on.
New chateau owners start work on their first business venture.
She's a bit like the Terminator. You put a tool in her hand and off she goes.
I've never done anything like this before.
A family go all out on their next renovation job.
That is dirty. This has definitely not been swept since the 1860s.
And a couple get more than they bargained for.
Wow, that is beautiful, isn't it? It's amazing.
As they check out their latest historic chateau.
So we've discovered this dungeon where John of Arc was kept. Constantly discovering things which I couldn't have imagined.
Across France, there are hundreds of stunning chateaux on the market. Many sell for rock-bottom prices, and that's why more and more expats are snapping them up. 2 familiar faces who have joined the club are artist Johnny and his American girlfriend, Ashley. We followed them last time as they found their dream home, the 18th century Chateau de Lomenie.
Oh, wow. Beautiful.
Oh, babe, this is what we want, right? I mean, this is just a dream for an artist.
Now they've been here for 7 months after buying it for £412,000.
The Chateau de Lomenie. I'll drink to that, baby.
It's just beautiful to look upon, and inside and outside. It is a dream come true.
Every day I wake up and I think, oh my gosh, I own this. It's crazy. It's a fairy tale. It really is.
Located in the south of France near Bordeaux, the chateau has 5 bedrooms, but comes with 15 acres of land and several outbuildings. Since picking up the keys, Johnny and Ashley have had their work cut out. They had to replace the castle's ground floor thanks to an infestation of termites.
It was a shame because all we wanted to do was decorate, but it was all this arduous, laborious, necessary work that had to be done.
The floorboards were completely gone.
Yeah.
And so we had to rip up every single one. And, you know, some of them were just crumbling.
Luckily, they're both not afraid to get their hands dirty and saved a fortune by doing it themselves.
We were living in one tiny little room because all the floors were dirt.
Yeah.
So it was an adventure.
But you gotta love it, you know, it's chateau life. It really is.
Got it in one, Johnny. But with that massive job out of the way, they now want to get the chateau paying for itself. The dream is to turn it into an artistic retreat within the next 3 months.
We really want to do art lovers weekends, so we can teach people how to do gilding, how to do maybe plaster work. Because once money starts coming in, then we can start to do other things within the house.
There's a lot to do in the next couple of months.
Eventually, they want to create a reception room in the chateau's old library and plan to transform outbuildings into an art gallery. But first, they want to create a unique space where their art lovers can wine and dine.
So the plan is to have this carriage house as a really beautiful dining area. And it has a roof, but it's open on both sides, so it, you know, it has a nice breeze, and I just imagine these big, beautiful lunches in here. But what I want to do is bring back the original stone. So the first thing I have to do is get rid of all of the plaster. I've never done anything like this before, but I just find it so much fun. You can see how easily it falls off. You can start to see the beautiful stone underneath as well. It's not in bad condition.
This is one of the reasons why I absolutely adore my girlfriend, is because she's a bit like the Terminator. You put a tool in her hand and off she goes.
Blimey, you weren't joking, Johnny.
Wait. Sometimes they just slide out.
Sometimes you just lift them up.
But there's no fun in that, right?
No.
So this is what she does. She gets carried away. She absolutely loves it, don't you, baby?
Oh, no.
Ouch. Steelies, not wellies.
I'm gonna have some sore arms by the end of the day. I just have my trusty tool and I'm just smacking it and I'm hoping the whole wall doesn't fall down. It very well might.
Me too, as they still have to tackle the floor, decorate and furnish the place. "170 miles north is the stunning 19th century Chateau La Grande Maison. It's home to music producer Ben, professional singer Billy, and their daughter Ella, who have moved here from Brighton.
We walk around the corner and suddenly the house is in front of you. And I remember having the feeling that I've only had twice before. The first time was when I met Billy, and the second time was when Ella was born. It really did feel like life changed that
so
very,
you felt when you
very
met me?
second. Yeah,
Oh, that's so nice.
yeah.
A stone's throw away from the Loire Valley, the chateau is set amongst old vineyards and comes complete with orangery and winery.
We just knew we had to buy it, didn't
Yeah.
we? We stayed up all night talking and deciding, well, we either have to just forget all about this or we have to move to France. So we moved.
When Ben and Billy first got the keys, it was totally run down. It's now run as a boutique B&B with 2 gîtes.
Our dreams for the chateau were to live a really creative life and enjoy the countryside and nature, all the aspects of life that we enjoy. The reality is that there's a lot of hard work, but we put in 7 years hard work, so
yeah.
we're really getting to the fun parts of the house, as we call them.
They've recently turned the orangery into a stylish dining area and plan a big opening in 3 months. So Ben and Billy have invited a celebrated local chef over who they hope will do the food for them.
So we have a look at the wine press.
They also have grand plans for the winery, where they want to serve canapés.
Wow, OK.
Right then.
Yeah.
It hasn't been touched in years, although it does house a beautiful old wine press.
This room needs to be generally tidied up and changed from a working space to a social space, basically. So that involves getting rid of dirt and painting.
And the idea is to turn the whole wine press into a lovely bar or a beautiful place for rustic dining. And it was just not used at all before we arrived, so we really are bringing something new to this part of the building.
It's a great idea, but there's lots to do. First task is to clear everything out.
These are actual vines. Should try and do something with those. Oh, here
Put
we
it on
go.
your back and you tip the buckets of grapes.
It's just great the things you find at a chateau.
We'd like to demonstrate to the chef that the project's well underway, and we mean what we say. You know, we're going to get the project finished on time.
With only 24 hours to go before the chef arrives, they don't have long to get the place ship-shape.
That is is dirty. This has definitely not been swept since the 1860s.
Set in 15 acres of land, 2 hours from Calais, is the picturesque 18th century Chateau d'Humières. For the past 12 months, British designer Nicole and Belgian architect Stéphane have been renovating it to run it as a high-end B&B.
Do we feel like we're living the dream? Yeah, we are, definitely.
For me, the passion comes to seeing these old bricks live again, to seeing it being occupied by people again, being used.
Last time we followed them as they started the transformation.
Years of grime on the walls and in the corners by the window.
With hard work, they managed to create a lavish reception area and a beautiful bedroom.
I think it looks really nice. Hopefully everyone else will too.
12 months on, their B&B is flourishing.
This weekend we had British people staying. Next weekend we have people from Swiss staying there. So the place is progressing. But
something else popped up.
They've only gone and got themselves another chateau, and it's an absolute gem. This is the historic Chateau de Luchou, which comes with an incredible 1,000 acres of land. Part of an ancient fortress dating back to 1120, it's thought to be one of the final places Joan of Arc was held before her death. A slice of history for close to £1 million.
We got the keys about a week ago.
Really excited. Mad, but really excited because it's great. It's a fantastic project.
Located 60 miles from Dunkirk, this impressive building has sat empty for years and was last used as a school. Nicole and Stéphane want to turn the castle into holiday homes.
There is a lot to do here.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, yes. There's nothing like it. I mean, you can do a chateau, but I think you only once in your lifetime can do a real fortress.
Today they're exploring the grounds to get a sense of what they've let themselves in for.
I'm sure we're going to find things which we haven't seen before.
The land is littered with ruins.
Here you see the chapel. Want to have a closer look? Look at it. Look at the sheer size of the thing.
One of the most impressive ruins is this towering chapel. It must have looked majestic in its heyday.
Oh, that's beautiful, isn't it?
I mean, it is like...
It's amazing.
To get a closer look, Stéphane has bought his trusty strimmer.
We've spotted a window or a doorway lower down, so we want to see whether we've got access.
Hey-oh. Not big.
Inside looks like it could have been an old crypt.
Constantly discovering things which I couldn't have imagined. Has to be explored. No, but Nicole, I'm sure you could squeeze in, actually. Come over.
Hot work.
You have something to brick it up afterwards?
I heard that, by the way.
Eager to see what he can find inside, Stéphane squeezes himself in.
Wow, amazing. Like an old writing. 1870. 1870. 14 and something. Amazing. This is an old place.
And outside, he's discovered something else.
My goodness. We found a dungeon. And it's filled with frogs. It's just a prison. It's about 3 meters high, 3 meters deep. It goes in and there's like this tunnel on the sides where they just dump the people and they forget about them. Nice day filled with nice discoveries, huh?
I'd keep that strimmer handy, though, as who knows what else might lie amongst the undergrowth. Over at our place, we too faced the battle to reclaim our chateau from the grips of Mother Nature. those trees are actually weeds.
No messing around.
But you have to keep on top of it, or it'll spiral out of control.
Every time I come in here, I'm very aware there's masses to do.
There's one digging job that's perfect for Angela's dad, Steve.
First thing we need to work on is to get that tree trunk out.
An old tree trunk is blocking the new back entrance to the coach house that we've been renovating for him and Angela's mum, Jenny. For these sort of jobs, I rely on my trusty tractor. But getting into the walled garden can be a bit of a headache.
Right, this door's got to come off.
As it'll only fit through the archway when the door's taken off.
Ready to lift? A little bit more. Oh! Well, at least one bit's off. Come around, bring it around. Shut the door a bit, Steve.
I've done this many times, but it never seems to get any easier.
Okay. First problem done.
It's quite tight, it's only a couple of inches
Yeah, no,
inside.
we'll get it through, hold on.
Now it's just a matter of driving with due care and attention.
You've got 3 inches on your left. Right. Doing good. Hang on, Dick. Hang on. This is...
Lots of room. Unbeknown to Steve, I'm going to let him take the reins on this one.
Right.
As the stump's in his doorway.
Take your throne, Your Highness.
He does care.
He's never used a digger before, but it's never too late to teach an old dog new tricks.
Feel good?
This feels good.
Right, dig something.
No, don't laugh, please.
I won't. Just don't break it. Oh. Start digging, Steve. I'm watching.
If he's going to get this tree stump out, Steve needs to dig down as deep as possible around it so he can expose the root.
No, not there. Stretch it way out.
I'm
it far away.
I know. I'm trying to work that out yet. Hang on.
No, a little scoop. That's a very deep scoop, Stephen. I'm not really being helpful, am I?
It will take me a little while.
Best will in the world, Steve. I think I'll leave you to that.
I just hope upon my return, Steve has made some more progress. At Chateau La Grande Maison, Ben and Billy are preparing for an important visit. The in-demand local chef they want for the opening for their new dining area is due in 6 hours.
Right, let's see if this is going to be a nice colour.
Before he arrives, Billy wants to spruce up the winery where they intend to serve canapes.
Let's do a little patch to test.
The problem is, she only has 1 tub of paint to do the lot.
Right. So, a limited supply of paint based on the fact that we just have a sort of a general mindfulness about budget. It's how we roll, literally. And that way, when the surprises happen, you've got something in your back pocket.
Wise words indeed.
I'm really hoping that we can do the whole thing with 1 tub. It's not the most exciting colour in the world, but I think it's going to just do a great job lifting the back wall, which is the darkest part of the room. So that's going to just lift the whole thing.
Time to bring in Ben.
I think immediately that is already
yes, the colour's
much brighter.
Gorgeous. I love it.
Oh, I think this is going to take 2 coats.
I mean, it could be 2 coats, but on the other hand, maybe we don't want it too perfect.
No, that's a good point. It will look older if it's not perfect.
Maybe you don't want it perfect.
I don't want perfect. Who wants perfect?
No, exactly. Well, should we do
it's
1 coat?
much easier, much easier.
Rustic look it is then, and Billy sets Ben to work.
Come on, Mitchell, put your back into it.
Giving him all the trickiest places.
It's officially the most awkward bit of painting I've ever had to do.
Hopefully we'll get this good looking half decent for the chef. Let's hope he's got some imagination. Do you know what? It's getting on to 4 o'clock and we've got to get set up for 5, so we probably need to get out of our painted clothes and get changed and maybe get the paint off our hands.
OK, last little bit.
It's not the most incredible looking wall, but it's definitely going to work within the whole feel of the room.
The room still has a long way to go, but there is one big plus.
We didn't run out of paint, so
Yeah,
we're good.
we're good.
Over at Chateau de Lomini, new owners Johnny and Ashley are busy turning their carriage house into a dining area.
Uh-oh.
I know, termites. They really,
Had a nibble.
yeah, you can see all the tiny little holes.
The termites are back.
So after doing the house termite treating, you come into outbuildings like this, and then you find a little bit of termite infestation, and it's something else you've got to go ahead and spray.
Luckily, it's only a small area, so it should be easily treatable. And the wall renovation job is soon done.
Yeah, you happy with that?
I think once it's cleaned up,
Yeah, and I think that's good. It looks like it's just organically eroded over time. A lot of people would come here and say, oh, isn't it a shame about your wall? When are you going to get that done? We love it. It's done on purpose.
Now they have the task of getting rid of all the plaster from the walls.
I'm telling you, this is harder than taking it off.
While Ashley is left to do the dirty work, Johnny checks on the latest addition to their family, a goat called Wilmot.
Here's a cup of tea. He's a really funny character. Unfortunately, the poor goat was dumped and no one claimed him. Ashley was away, so I was pretty lonely. And I saw his face, and I think the next day I drove for about 6 hours to pick him up. Do you live in a chateau now?
In the coach house, Ashley is cracking on with the floor. But restoring it back to the original Harlequin style is going to be messy, as concrete is covering lots of it up.
As you can see, you lift up the big concrete chunks, and all of the beautiful pebbles are stuck to this side of the concrete. So what would have to happen would be we'd have to get all of this half off of here with the pebbles and then relay the pebbles, which is a big, nasty job.
So instead, Ashley and Johnny have a cunning plan.
We're basically going to gild all the concrete, so this will be a nice, distressed, chippy gold leaf. So trying to make something beautiful out of something that's ugly. That's what we're doing here.
To prep the concrete for the design, Ashley needs to smooth it off.
The problem is, if we don't get this up, the gold leaf won't stick to the concrete. So I'm just trying to clean it up a little bit. There's just so much everywhere you look.
It's a laborious job, but hopefully the end result will make it all worthwhile.
Well, it looks much better than it did before.
Does, yeah.
That's hard work.
It is hard work, babe. You're doing well.
Now for a final hose down.
I think this room's gonna be one of my favorite rooms in the whole place. Yay, all right.
Ashley's not the only one who likes it here.
Our first little prince of Chateau de Lomini. Now, do you want to kiss him, babe?
Yes.
Should do, for luck. Go on.
Okay.
Give him a snog. No, that wasn't a kiss. Little Prince Charming.
At the historic Chateau Le Choux, Nicole and Stéphane have arrived back from their tour of the grounds. Now they're checking the inside of the castle where they plan to build their holiday apartments. Discoveries might be thin on the ground, as the interior is straight out of the 1960s and full of classrooms from when it was a school.
It's not really like a chateau inside. In terms of having features and charm inside and anything with any character, it's all gone.
At least one part is largely untouched, the chateau's gatehouse, which is thought to have an incredible history.
So we've discovered this dungeon where Joan of Arc was kept on her death row. She was here for at least 3 days, or 3 nights.
Just shortly before being taken to Rouen.
To Rouen, yeah.
Who knows what might be lurking in there?
So we want to start taking it all out? It's been a bit of a dumping ground,
Yeah.
so we've got to pull the junk out and see what's actually there that's of interest. So hold on, I just want to check for spiders.
We're especially looking for signatures of the Joan of Arc or fingernails, broken fingernails or something in the clay.
I've watched too many films.
Oh my!
Oh, there's a dead bird on there. Look at that. Oh, look at that.
It's a Mickey Mouse board.
Really?
It seems this place must have been used as storage for the school. There's all sorts of stuff down here.
Barbecue, we can eat.
That's a relief.
I would still like to find her fingernails.
Her fingernails.
They have found something of interest.
No spiders.
Wow. An impressive-looking antique wardrobe. And with a bit of work, it could be brought back to life.
Oh, this is really nice. I like this a lot. Oh, look at that. Oh, my God. The amount of dust from woodworm.
Well, they may not have discovered any bits of Joan of Arc, but at least they're not empty-handed.
Okay.
Over at our place, I left Angel's dad, Steve, to dig out a tree stump blocking the entrance to the coach house.
Not very successful at the moment, but I'm not going to let a machine master me.
That's the spirit. Having never used my digger before, he's still trying to get to grips with it. Bless him.
Only 2 levers. Each lever goes 4 ways. And I haven't quite got the hang of it. I'm going to master it, but slowly.
How we doing, fella?
Oh, all right, Dick. Oh. It's been, although it doesn't seem a lot, but a lot of it been digging around the root and...
Have you got control of it?
It is controlling me more than I'm controlling it at the moment.
I believe it. Yeah. I'll get a bow saw and just start sawing through some of them.
Sure.
Yeah.
As luck would have it, the weather takes a turn for the worse. Steve's determined to sort this out and just keeps at it.
Scrape that one towards you. Put your teeth in there and scrape it back. You can do it, Stephen. Go. Dig, 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 dig. Go down and pull towards you. Down and pull towards you. There we are.
He's done it. It's now straightforward to dig out the entranceway. And it's one less job I need to worry about.
Right. Well done, Steve. How to keep your father-in-law occupied for a month.
At Chateau de Lomenie near Bordeaux, new owner Johnny is in the Carriage house, ready to start his gold leaf floor design for the weekend retreat dining area.
We're going to actually go ahead and gild it. I've done plenty of walls before, but it'd be the first time I've actually done floor. With the wear and tear, it would get a really nice sort of age patina, and the elements is going to oxidise it beautifully.
Johnny's an expert in this field, as he uses gold leaf on much of his own artwork. To start with, he wants to darken the concrete before adding the glitz.
So we don't want it to be so blingy that we need sunglasses inside the carriage house. I think I might go and upgrade to a big size. This is going to take a while.
Ashley's also getting handy with a brush on some dining room chairs.
What I want to do is paint them white with chalk paint, and then I'm going to put gold leaf on top of it. So it's going to be all white and gold, and it'll tie in the floors, and it should be a fabulous place to eat. But I've always sort of loved DIY creative things. But it's kind of interesting, because if you don't do the white paint first, this is what it looks like. It's really blingy. And so I sort of like it to be toned down a little bit more. Looks old and faded and chippy.
Ashley picked up the chairs from a local flea market.
These chairs, €5 each. If you were to go out and buy all this furniture brand new, it would cost a fortune. So chateau owners have to be crafty. That is what I love about living in France. You get such amazing deals.
That's very true. Meanwhile, Johnny's already making light work of the carriage house floor.
So yeah, I think we're more or less finished. We've just got one little pocket to do over here. It's amazing, a little bit of black paint, the difference it makes already. It's really lifted and brought out the black in the stones. So I can't wait to see it gilded, I really can't.
Johnny's going to have to wait a little bit longer as he needs to leave the paint to dry overnight.
What are we doing today, babe?
Renovating a chateau, babe.
How awesome is that?
Pretty awesome.
The next morning, and Johnny is already rolling out the glue, ready to get started with his gilding.
This is really going to hopefully give our little humble carriage house a bit of wow factor. This will be a little bit of a challenge, but here at Chateau du Lomini, we love challenges. Voila. Awesome. Just going to go and fetch my leaf. It's just beautiful, extremely fragile.
Johnny needs to be careful, as at around £1 a sheet, he wouldn't want any of it going to waste.
Now, the wind is picking up, so this will be very interesting. Play nicely now. So as opposed to having solid gold everywhere, what I would like to do is just pull and stretch the leaf as you go along. And what that creates is a nice little bit of marbled vein effect.
With each sheet being as light as a feather, the slightest gust can cause a problem.
Doesn't matter which way I turn it. Might take 4 times as longer. I think I might have to get Ashley out here. Hold that for me, babe.
I'll be your assistant.
You'll be my assistant alchemist. How about that? That's it. So what I need to do, just spread it, take it away a minute.
Note, don't gold leaf when it's windy.
Okay, this is a tricky one now, because the wind is really getting a little bit... Come on, baby.
It certainly seems Johnny's going to have his work cut out.
What, should we just let that one go?
"170 miles north at Chateau Le Grand Maison, Ben and Billy are hoping things will run smoothly, as the local chef they want for the opening of their new dining area is due any minute.
Well, apprehensive. We would like a positive outcome, and hopefully he can see what we're trying to do and wants to be involved. The orangery is looking nice. Yeah. All good to go.
Which is just as well, as Mike, one of the most sought-after chefs in the region, is here.
Mike, how you doing? Good to see you, mate. Really good to see you. Good, thanks, mate.
Hi,
Good.
Mike. How are you?
Great.
Oh, thanks for coming.
Yeah, fabulous.
Fantastic. We've got a few finishing touches still to do,
Yes.
but hopefully you'll get an idea of what we're trying to do. And, yeah, I'll show you around.
First is the winery, where they plan to meet their guests with drinks and canapes.
So you need to use your imagination now, Mike.
Yeah. It's not finished.
I can do that. Okay. Okay.
Okay, so this is the space. We're going to do a sort of grape-themed mural. It's grapes and vines kind of coming along this wall.
Oh, nice.
And the actual wine press, we're going to restore, put back into place.
And just make it a really sort of beautiful, rustic French space.
Great
We
idea.
can discuss whether or not we could arrange some little apéro snacks just to get us in the mood.
Sounds like a great idea. You know, you think you can do all this until September? Because there's quite a bit to do, isn't there? Really, what?
There is quite a bit to do, there is. And we are sure we can get it ready for September.
With the promise of the winery being ready in 3 months, it's time to move on to their pièce de résistance, the dining area in the orangery.
Wow. Okay. What a fabulous place, this.
It was just an old workshop before. No, we levelled the floor. Because it was an orangery, there's a big runoff. So that wall was a foot lower than this
for the
floor.
water to run through.
To run out, yeah.
We're gonna try and have 2 big feature mirrors. And then we're also working on a water feature, so there'll be a little sound of running water.
Sound of water.
Nice sound.
Yeah. Makes a lovely place to eat.
We've been lucky enough to eat your food before, so we're hoping you might do a restaurant night here for the September event.
Right.
So it's a challenge.
Challenge, yeah.
Yes.
Great.
Well, Mike's not giving much away, So fingers crossed, a glass of local rosé will help him make up his mind.
Right. Cheers, Mike.
Cheers,
Thank you
Mike.
so much for
Thanks
coming
for
today.
coming over.
It's amazing.
Yes.
Sounds good.
Great.
I'm in.
Excellent.
Great. Fantastic.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Things like that, as you know.
Excellent.
Brilliant.
Yeah, we can discuss the date. Fantastic. Yeah.
It's gone really well with Mike. He's up for it. He's up for doing the dinner.
We're really excited to have him on board because he's a fantastic chef. I think it's going to make for a really successful night.
Anybody that knows Mike's cooking will want to come to the night. It's going to be a hot ticket, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
With Mike on board, Ben and Billy are one step closer to having their dream launch night.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
Well done.
Good day.
At Chateau de Luchou, Nicole and Stéphane have finished exploring the building. Now it's time to get to work, starting with the first floor of the main gatehouse.
As we can see, the space has been stripped bare of any character. So I'm going to try and bring some texture and interest into it.
It was last used as an apartment 4 years ago. The old kitchen, bathrooms and study area will all need updating.
It presents a real challenge. There's lots of elements to take into account. If you have a look at that delightful fireplace, for example, have to contend with over there.
Nicole and Stéphane want to get this apartment renovated to rent out. Any cash generated will help fund the rest of the project.
I find it easier to go, right, my focus right now is the gatehouse. The idea is that it's fully decorated. We're even planning on furnishing it.
She's all about interiors, and I couldn't imagine any partner better than her. So we want to have the gatehouse and in a presentable state in about 3 months. Since it being such a daunting castle, I have no clue what we will be coming up against. I don't know, there's a million things that can go wrong on this place.
While Nicole measures up, Stéphane has spotted his first problem in another part of the chateau.
I'm about...
Water is gushing all over the place.
Oh my...
The mains have been turned on and the first floor is totally flooded.
Yeah, somebody stole that wash basin and left the valves open. Well, in a sense, that's what happens when buildings are empty, yeah? I hear more water running. Oh yeah, the kitchen.
The taps in one of the kitchens have also been left on.
One problem solved. Next one to go.
It's far from the ideal start, and there's no getting away from the fact Nicole and Stéphane have a huge challenge on their hands. Over at Chateau de Lomenie, the gold leaf floor for Johnny and Ashley's arty dining room is taking shape.
So we've gone ahead and shut the doors now, just on one side, and it's made a massive difference, it really has, which is great, because it means that I can work a little bit faster.
Which is just as well, as they want to finish decorating the whole carriage house by the end of the day.
Hopefully by this evening, we'll be sitting here as the sun's going down. That'd be lovely. I'm happy because I'm gilding. I mean, I would gold leaf Ashley if she stood still long enough. I really would.
Ashley's also getting in on the act with another of her bargains.
I found these candelabras at a local charity shop for €2. I love the style of them, but I hate the color. I'm just gonna cover it and then I'm gonna age it after because it's gonna be really blingy.
We like our gold here, don't we, baby?
We do.
Although, Ashley seems to have forgotten how much it costs.
She goes ahead and sits on my gold leaf. I must admit, when it comes to my gilding, I'm quite particular. So this makes my skin crawl when I just see. I mean, when I see that, baby, it makes my skin crawl. I mean, look at that. It's not meant to look like that. Those like it's been dragged through her head backwards. Do you know that make me feel much better?
What?
Why don't I hand you the sheets? We gently lift the leaf with the utmost respect and fragility. Yes. And honour it as we place it upon our new Chateau de Lomenie €2 candlestick.
Funny man. It's really easy to work with once you get the hang of it.
While Ashley is left to her own devices, Johnny can get on with finishing the floor.
Very happy now. We've got a little bit more speed going because it is a big space. I'm thrilled to bits actually that I've got such a nice big canvas here. But I can just go, let my creative juices do what they do. Not a particularly difficult job, but it's very time consuming. Didn't realise how long it would take.
I'm gonna brush it down, brush all the flakes off, and you'll see all these cracks come through. It'll age it, and then this will just look like it's been there for centuries. This is my favorite part.
But to brush the floor down, Johnny needs something a bit bigger.
It's coming off nicely with this.
Yeah, actually, this broom is good.
Yeah.
This is a lot faster. And also, we don't have to stand on it. Right on cue, Boo Boo runs right over it. When you dust off, it's amazing. You just get all these tiny fragments of gold leaf working their way down. It's a pleasure to watch. It does, looks lovely. 600 plus gold leaves later, that's a very sore knees, we've actually finished the job.
Well done.
Look at Abernathy admiring it.
Oh, look at that. You happy?
I love it.
Wow, can you imagine when the sun hits this?
No, I know, it's gonna be amazing.
It's gonna be so blingy.
Should we bring the armoire in?
Yep.
Table.
Table, armoire. This goes on and on and on, right?
In go the final bits of furniture they picked up from a local market.
Think it's gonna fit? Oh, perfectly.
Lift it, so down.
Yep. And now we just have one more wing. Perfect.
In just 2 days, Johnny and Ashley have transformed this tired carriage house into a shiny new dining area they hope will wow future guests.
I adore this room so much.
How nice would it be holding workshops here? It's a beautiful place, and hats off to Ashley. She's done all this, you know, herself. It was all her idea.
It's a joint effort, of course, as always.
Yeah.
They've done an amazing job. Another phase of their goal to open an artistic retreat is complete.
Well, cheers, sweetie. It's an amazing job. You really have. It's a Chateau, huh?
Next time...
We need to get that exposed and see what's there.
Nicole and Stefan start their huge renovation job.
It's hard work, yes, it's hard work, but it's rewarding work.
Billy pays a visit to my angel.
Billy, I'm really lovely to meet you.
To get some decoration advice.
Dick and I, we're both a little bit tight.
Johnny and Ashley squabble over the next project.
Oh, no, we've just come down just to have a look to see what it looks like.
No, just hear me out.
So I step in to try and help.
Is this really important? Do you think it's worth all the effort that's going to go into this?
We are going for this, yeah.